experiment. Not doing a live show, obviously, for today. It's been a rough week, and fortunately I ran out of hours to work at my new day job. Yes, I have a day job as opposed to my night job. Yeah, so anyways, I ended up with Friday off, and so this morning I'm reading the news, I'm seeing some stories. A few things have happened this week, and it's apparent to me that the First Amendment, the one about free speech, religion, freedom of the press, yada yada yada, the things that allow me to do what I am doing now, that is currently, well, let's see here. If this was still the pandemic, it would be on a breathing machine, getting that drug that rhymes with when death is near. Yeah, that's what our First Amendment would be undergoing right now. And it's unfortunate who is looking over the machine, who might accidentally pull the plug on it, because there's a lot of things that came out this week that tells me that not only is our First Amendment on the chopping block, but that means everything else afterwards is as well. Why do I say that? Well, you have a black organization who is speaking out against the war in Ukraine, of all things. Saying that we basically have no reason to be there. There's no reason for especially black men to go and fight over in that war. And they're kind of speaking some truths. And now they're being prosecuted for spreading Russian disinformation. Okay, for one, we're not at war, so this is not the country of Ukraine. So our rights have not been suspended in any kind of way. So that's not a thing. 2, Congress hasn't declared war. 3, you can say what you want in this country as long as it's not a threat to somebody else. And even if they were spreading some type of Russian disinformation, again, we're not at war. Who does that affect? Unless they have some clandestine program going on that the American people in Congress don't know about. Like, I don't know, boots on the ground in a country that we shouldn't be in. That hasn't happened before at all. We also have 200 of our soldiers that they acknowledge at the moment in Taiwan, just in case China decides to pull the trigger on that one, if you will. What else is happening? Oh yeah, Bobby Kennedy Jr., right? The brother, so what would he be? The nephew of JFK? Yeah, he announced on 4/19 that he was running for president. And Facebook saw to it to cut the live feed of him making his announcement. I'm sure it was just a technical error. Zuckerberg he's not owned by anybody. He doesn't believe in just one, I'm not even going to say party, because Kennedy is part of the same party as Joe Biden. But it's very obvious, for some reason, Zuckerberg really loves Joe Biden. So whether, I don't know, Biden took him along to like Epstein Island, or who knows, maybe Hunter introduced Zuckerberg to some of those Asian prostitutes that he was not so fond of. Why is why is Hunter Biden racist against Asian prostitutes? Seriously, they need to make a living like everybody else. But no, yeah, so you've got a political candidate having his live feed cut while he's trying to gain support. Can't think of any reason why that might happen. And man, I know there's one other thing. Oh yeah, Elon Musk, apparently your direct messages, those things are supposed to be private. Yeah, the federal government, they can get their hands on those whenever they want. No big deal. No, privacy? Why would you need privacy? What are you hiding? So yeah, there's a lot of things that are going on right now. You also have a couple of YouTube channels that have been demonetized, which basically means no, they didn't erase the channel, but it's their not so subtle way of saying get the F out. We don't want you here. If you can't make money, why would you stay? Which is exactly what's going on. And there's several other channels right now, especially the Quartering, Sydney Watson, who are creating outside revenue sources. They're starting projects like their own news agencies in order to make sure when the day comes that they can continue on somewhere else. But here's the other thing. If they are going after, I don't even know what kind of group this is. If they're going after these, what would Biden refer to these people as? Black radicals? For basically saying what a lot of people know to be true. If they're looking at prosecuting them, that is the scariest part. Like, what laws? I'm really curious as to what laws they can invoke in order to say these people need to be locked up. Because I've seen some of the speeches, I've seen what they say. A lot of it is stuff that I have said in the past. So I already know that I toe the line here when it comes to a lot of the things I talk about, a lot of the things I say. Hell, this might even get me red flagged as well. But my issue is, once they figure out a way to put these people in jail for speaking, saying something, talking and saying things that our current administration does not agree with, that means they're coming after me and my website, which I own my website. So, yeah, I could see them going to WordPress or whoever and just being like, yeah, you need to take this stuff down. And they'll be like, he paid for this. Yeah, well, we're paying you more. Just like how the FBI and all these other agencies were paying Twitter to eliminate certain accounts that they didn't like. I could see that happening if you're making a documentary. Oh, I don't know, about the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot. Yeah, you might find yourself in court trying to defend yourself against being a Russian propaganda, like being anti-democracy. I don't know. These people are just full of shit. All these people who are doing this stupid stuff is full of shit. We believe in democracy. We don't like what you're saying. You need to go. And I find it hilariously funny that this administration, the anti-racist administration, is testing out this new bullshit policy on black people. We've never seen them do that before, ever in the history of this country. They've never tested stuff out on black people before they tried doing it to white people. No. Yeah, so next time any of these assholes try to say that you're the racist because you don't agree with their policies, yeah, why are they trying to shut up black people? What did they do wrong? Are they white adjacent? because they're speaking their mind. Black people don't know how to speak their mind, but these do. They must be white adjacent. They have free thought, and they express free speech. We must eliminate them. So yeah, that kind of stupid stuff is what is happening at the moment. The First Amendment is on life support, and once you lose the First Amendment, you cannot defend the rest of the other amendments at all. Because there's no argument to be made. If you don't agree with the party, gee, where have we heard that term before? If you don't agree with the party, then you must be an enemy. And therefore, you're not allowed to make an argument. We're making the argument for you because we know what's right and you don't. Therefore, if we decide you're going to take your guns, you don't make an argument. You just do what we say, or bad stuff. Bad stuff will happen. So that's where we're at. The First Amendment is currently on a breathing machine. You don't want to know who the doctor is because he currently shits his pants in front of the Pope. And then there's all these other weird cackling nurses in the background and some dude smoking Parmesan in the back room. That should be keeping your room sanitized. But no, that is the staff that is currently administering the First Amendment. People who don't want to keep it around only so that they can speak. That has been the purpose since before 2020. You could really say that it started in 2013, 2014. That's when these assholes started to emerge from colleges. We want our safe spaces. No, this is the free speech zone. Out here, you can't say what we don't agree with. These are the people that we're dealing with now. And this is going to continue on. So, First Amendment, you might as well kiss that goodbye. Use it while you can. Defend it. But here's the thing. As we know already, if you say something that the current people in charge don't like, yeah, they will continue to pester you until one of several things happens. And it's not that many things, actually. One, you either agree to just go to prison because you said something bad, which gives them the precedent to do it to other people. Two, you continue to fight it in court to the point where you're bankrupt and your quality of life is complete shit. Or three, and this is their favorite, you delete yourself from the equation, which they've done to several people in the past. Obama was really good at doing that. Look up some people like, Aaron Swartz, Michael Hastings. There's all those people who somehow double tap themselves. But those have all been ruled other things. So yeah, this has been an ongoing issue. It's not going to stop until these people are out of power. And even then, you're going to have the deep state. You're going to have the people who keep these people in power. And there's just no getting rid of them unless we get somebody in who actually fires these assholes. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I can think of one person that had the ability to do that, but oh no. Nope, he turned out to be kind of a pansy too. So on that note, keep on typing.